like, that's terrible, and I hope that it never sees the light of day. Today we're making super fluffy Lofthouse-style sugar cookies. It's a copycat recipe of those super fluffy, cakey cookies you find in the bakery section of a big supermarket. It's like the muffin tops of cupcakes. Baking rainbows! Intriguingly, the first step of this recipe is to make the frosting. This is gonna involve a little bit of powdered sugar, salt, some vanilla, and some cream. And once that is combined, pop it on a stand mixer. Mysteriously so far away from my body. I'm just gonna mix it on low speed to get everything well combined. Now that everything is combined, I'm gonna increase the speed to medium and let it go for about 5 minutes. This is gonna help the powdered sugar dissolve into the cream, so it has a nice smooth consistency, and also ensure that the frosting is well aerated so it doesn't seem too heavy or dense. See you in 5 minutes. Once the frosting is whipped, you can divide it out in however many colors you wish to create. Okay, so I'm gonna start coloring these up. I'm using gel paste color because it's way more potent than liquid dye, and it has these little squeeze bottles, and that's really convenient versus the little tubs or pot can be a little bit hard to extract. So to make this cupcake batter, you hear that I call it a cupcake batter even though it's cookies? It's because it's secretly a cupcake. The batter for this cookie is very soft and loose, and it really is more like a cake than a cookie. And that's what makes the Lofthouse cookies the very best, and that's the style I'm trying to capture here. Get some good spread, some tender, kind of cakey crumb. It's gonna be perfect. Gonna start out in the same bowl we made the frosting in. No need to wash. As previously mentioned, it's just butter and sugar, and we're adding even more. Butter and sugar. And then a little bit of salt and baking powder. Start on low speed just to combine. This prevents sugar and butter from flying out. So right now I'm just mixing it until the sugar isn't quite as powdery, just so I can be sure it's not gonna go flying out of the bowl when I increase the speed. We'll let this go for 5 minutes till it's fluffy and light. Okay, we're about halfway done. Just pausing to scrape the bowl. So what's happening is there's a dense layer of butter and sugar smeared against the very outside of the bowl. And then on top of that, where the paddle is hitting, there's a lighter area that's a little bit fluffier. So scraping the bowl makes sure that the dense layer is removed and then homogenized into the light and fluffy bits. So meanwhile, while that mixture is mixing away, I'm gonna take some egg white, cream, and vanilla, and I'm gonna whisk them together real good in a measuring cup. I'm using egg whites in here to give the Lofthouse cookies a really strong white cake sort of flavor, but egg whites are so watery, they don't emulsify well into the batter. So adding a little bit of cream kind of recreates the texture of the egg yolks, and it makes them a little bit easier to add. Now I'm just gonna add the egg white and cream mixture bit by bit. And if the mixture starts looking curdled, just stop, let it re-emulsify, and then keep adding. All right, done. I'm gonna reduce the speed to low and add the cake flour a little bit at a time. Okay, once the cake flour has been added and it's well mixed together, pull it off the mixer. This batter dough, what is it? It's the cake that thinks it's a cookie. It's a cakey cookie. It's a cookie cakey. All right, now it's time to divide it up into 2 tablespoon portions. And I'm doing this right on a parchment-lined baking sheet. You want to have nice, level, even scoops so that the cookies rise and spread in a similar way. And now they're ready to bake. So let's put them in the oven. It's time to frost some cookies. Dollop of frosting, cookie, and this part is really up to you. You can get as much frosting or as little frosting as you want. And then before it sets up, give them a little sprinkling. And here we have our beautiful frosted, delicious cookies covered in sprinkles. Okay, I'm gonna eat this one. I've had my eye on it. Yeah, I mean, look at this perfect saint. It's like it got plucked off the top of a cupcake from Super Mario Brothers. And it's time to eat it. They've given me permission to eat the cookie that I've wanted all day. Look at that fluffiness. This is the fluffy white birthday cake of my dreams in cookie form. Is it a cookie? Is it a cake? I don't care, it's delicious. It's not sophisticated. If you're thinking this is a grown-up version made for you adults out there, it's not. This is for your inner child. It's sugar sweet, it's gonna send you through the roof, and it's perfect. Thanks for playing.